Hey, so it's now day 8 of 21. I didn't make a video yesterday, mainly because there wasn't much to talk about. Um, I've been feeling kind of lightheaded recently, which is a new thing that I've experienced. But it's something that I've seen other people describe in their own sort of 21-day water fast journals. But it's not a bad lightheadedness. It's not. I don't feel like I'm gonna fall over or faint or anything. It's just sort of just a dizziness, like whoa, for a split second. Usually, if I get up quickly, um, I've been having some strange. I don't know if strange is the right word, but I've been having dreams about eating, and the first time it happened was 2 nights ago. And in the dream, I was eating some food, and then I had this sudden realization of like, oh no, I've broken my fast. Hang on, I'll change my hands. Good achy hand today. So I had this sudden realization that I've broken my fast, and I just felt extremely gutted. And then I actually woke up from the dream, and then luckily I was like, oh okay, it's just a dream. But yeah, so my brain's been. I mean, like, if anyone's ever sort of quit anything before, so if you quit like alcohol, caffeine, or even sugar, you'll know that your brain will make you crave the thing that you're trying to quit. And so I feel that my brain is making me crave food for some reason. And it didn't happen the first like 6 days, it was fine. But now I think it's because I've gone past the point, the furthest point that I've gone before. So my brain is just sort of like, hey, maybe consider eating something, but I'm not hungry. It's just my brain playing tricks on me. So, mm, yeah, I've also been thinking a lot about cakes, and I'm actually going to bake a cake today. I feel that it's not totally good to ignore the urges, and that it might be fine to sort of just go with the flow. And if my body's pushing me, I mean, I've been thinking about cakes a lot. I mean, I've been looking at pictures of cakes. I've been reading recipes to make cakes, specifically Napoleon cake, which is a Russian cake, and also honey cake, which is another Russian cake. They're like amazing. I don't think you can't really find them in England. Maybe at like Slavic or Polish shops you might be able to find one, but it's not going to be authentic. It's not going to be like a freshly made one. Yeah, so I've been thinking about cakes a lot. So I'm gonna bake a cake, and I'll give some to my, because I can't like taste it as I'm making it. So I'll give a slice to my flatmate, and then I'm gonna put the rest of it in the freezer, and then it's gonna be like a reward when I finish my fast, something to look forward to. And I think it would also be good to do some baking or cooking or anything. Because I haven't done any cooking the whole time that I've been on this fast. I think it'd be good to do some cooking, baking, etc. as a sort of test to see, can I still be around food and prepare food while fasted? And I think I can, because I don't have. It's only my like unconscious mind which is craving these things. It's not my conscious mind. So I'm not sort of like, oh, I could really do with, I don't know, like a kebab or something. Oh, I could really do with going getting a burger. There's nothing like that. Pretty much the majority of the time I'm just kind of in a mode of clear mindedness, which is one of the best things about fasting. I found that I've had a lot of time to sort of think over things, which I mentioned in another video. And the more I do this, the more I kind of feel just rested. I often feel in a kind of like a zen-like headspace where nothing really bothers me. And I experienced this on previous fasts, where things that would usually bother me and make me feel agitated or annoyed or even anxious don't bother me. Like, pretty much, there's nothing that would make me angry right now. I just feel calm, like consistently calm, relaxed. I mean, if I had no obligations, I'd just probably just chill out all day, read a book or something. That's what I'd like to do. I'd like to just kind of chill out, take things easy. Like when you're on holiday and you can just sit on the beach and just, time doesn't matter. That's what I'd like to do right now, but I can't. There's things to do, places to go, things like that. Um, I'm trying to think if there was other stuff that I was going to talk about. I have pretty bad short-term memory. Oh yeah, so I don't feel hungry, but I have noticed since yesterday, my stomach physically feels tight, and I think that might be because it's going dormant. It's realized that it doesn't have to process anything, and it's kind of like shutting down, and it feels really tight. Not in a bad way. It's not like too uncomfortable. It's just a strange feeling because I've never experienced it before. Like it reminds me of it's kind of like when you do a workout and you can feel your muscles getting tense, sort of like like let's say when you do push-ups, the more you do push-ups, when you kind of get to your sort of breaking point, when you push yourself as far as you can just feel that like when you do the last push-up, your muscles are just like really tight, really tense, and you're like you really have to kind of put energy in to finish the push-up. That's how my stomach feels right now. It sort of feels that it's just got this tightness to it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it, but that's just the feeling. Um, mm, Yesterday I didn't really have much electrolytes, so I'm listening to my body. So I made myself an electrolyte drink. So the way that I make it is I boil some water because I'm not drinking tea because I'm worried. I don't want to have anything that will trigger a hunger response. So I usually use two. Oh, my hand's blocking the camera. I usually use two different toothpaste, one for the morning, one for the evening. So one of them contains xylitol, which is a sweetener, and apparently it shouldn't trigger an insulin response. But when I did a previous fast, I found that when I used that toothpaste, it made me feel really, really hungry. So I guess in me, it does trigger some sort of like insulin response or some food craving response. So the toothpaste that I'm using is Sensodyne toothpaste, which doesn't trigger any food like hunger response in me. Um, yeah, so I'm not drinking any tea. I'm just only sticking to water, and I kind of miss having a boiled like a hot drink. So the way that I take my electrolytes is that I boil some water, and then I mix in um, sodium, and potassium. And the potassium is way stronger than the salt. It's just quite an overbearing taste. And usually I don't have trouble drinking it, but yesterday I could barely get through like a quarter of the cup. And I got a big cup, and I could barely get through a quarter, and I just gave up. I was like, maybe my body doesn't need these electrolytes. So I just drank just water. That's it. And sometimes I put some vitamin C in my water, which is I use sodium ascorbate, which is a form of vitamin C that's less acidic, so it doesn't trigger the stomach. It doesn't trigger any sort of bad reaction in the stomach because the acid is minimal or non-existent. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, so today when I woke up this morning, I had some electrolytes, and I could stomach them better. My body didn't seem to reject them. So I'm just going with how I feel, how my body feels, like what does it want, what it doesn't want, and I'm just seeing, I'm just playing it as I go. Yeah, so now the video's got to 9 minutes, so it's gone quite long actually. I probably just rambled a load of rubbish. It's beautiful today. I don't know, you can't really see. Yeah, you can't see. Yeah, that's the Birmingham Library over there. You can go on the roof and get a view of Birmingham. It's blue sky, 18 degrees. Alright, I'm gonna log off. See you later.